There may come a time when you find yourself walking a path no one else is willing to take. In that moment, your strength will not come from those around you. It must come from within. You must be prepared to face the silence, the uncertainty, and the fear that accompany solitude. Not because you wish to walk alone, but because the cause, the purpose, or the principle you stand for leaves you no other choice. Being ready to survive alone is not about isolation. It is about independence of mind, integrity of spirit, and the courage to uphold your truth when no one else will. The world may try to shape you, bend you, convince you to abandon your convictions for comfort, but those who change the world are those who choose conviction over convenience, even if it means standing alone. You must build yourself into someone who can carry on in the face of betrayal, disappointment, and loss. Do not wait for others to validate your worth. Do not rely on applause to affirm your direction. Prepare your heart for the moments when your voice is the only one that speaks up, and your hands are the only ones that reach out. Because the measure of a life is not in how many stood beside you when the way was easy, but in how steadfast you remained when the road turned cold and uncertain. There is power in unity, yes, but there is also profound dignity in solitude born from principle, and so train yourself, learn to be alone without being lonely, strengthen your resolve so it does not depend on the approval of others. Carry within you a purpose so deep that no external silence can drown it out. When the time comes, and it will, you must be ready, not only to lead others, but to walk alone, and in that solitude, you may find that you are never truly alone, because truth, justice, and freedom have a quiet way of standing beside those who refuse to bow. Inner strength is the foundation of resilience. It is the quiet, often unseen force that allows a person to keep moving forward when everything around them seems to fall apart. And like physical strength or the support of others, inner strength is self-generated. It is born from self-awareness, discipline, and a deep understanding of one's own purpose. In a world where circumstances constantly change and external support can be unpredictable or absent, cultivating inner strength becomes not just important, it becomes essential for survival. There will be moments in life when you are tested in ways you never expected. Friends may leave, promises may be broken, circumstances may turn hostile, and in those moments you will come to understand that survival and progress do not depend on who is standing beside you, but on what lives inside you. It is in these times of adversity that inner strength reveals its true value. It enables you to stay calm in chaos, to find clarity in confusion, and to act decisively when fear threatens to paralyze you. This kind of strength is not inherited or handed down. It is built over time, through hardship, through failure, and through moments when you had no one to rely on but yourself. Every experience that tests you contributes to it. Each time you choose courage over comfort, each time you push through pain rather than give up, each time you stay true to your beliefs in the face of pressure, you are strengthening the core of who you are. This core becomes your anchor, your shield, and your compass when you are forced to walk alone. Inner strength also means trusting yourself. It means having confidence not because others believe in you, but because you believe in yourself. This trust is not arrogance. It is the result of knowing your values, understanding your limits, and having faced yourself honestly in both success and failure. When you cultivate this self-trust, you no longer feel lost when others doubt you. You no longer feel weak when the crowd turns away. You begin to realize that solitude is not the enemy. It can be a space of growth, clarity, and deep reflection. Moreover, inner strength allows you to act with integrity. It gives you the courage to say no when it's easier to say yes, to speak the truth when lies are more convenient, and to walk away from what is wrong, even if it costs you comfort or approval. It is what sustains your dignity when you are stripped of everything else. To survive alone, you must carry within you a strength that does not rely on praise, a will that does not fade in isolation, and a fire that cannot be extinguished by rejection or hardship. That is inner strength. And once you build it, nothing, no betrayal, no loss, no defeat, can truly break you. Standing firm in your principles is one of the most difficult and most courageous things a person can do, especially when faced with pressure, opposition, or isolation. Principles are the deeply held beliefs and values that define who you are and guide your actions. They are not based on convenience, popularity, or momentary gain. They are rooted in integrity and a long view of what is right, not just for yourself, but for others as well. When the world around you demands that you compromise, stay silent, or turn away from what you know is just, your principles are what remind you who you are. There will be times when standing by your principles means standing alone. You might be misunderstood, criticized, or even punished. People may question your motives or label you as stubborn or unrealistic. But if your principles are clear and rooted in truth, they will hold you steady in the face of storms. To abandon your values for acceptance or temporary peace is to lose yourself. And once that happens, any victory you gain will feel hollow. A person who bends to pressure may win approval in the moment, but a person who stays true to their principles earns respect that endures. Standing firm is not about arrogance or rigidity. It is not about refusing to listen or grow. Rather, it is about having the courage to stay aligned with your deepest sense of right and wrong, even when circumstances tempt you to betray it. It means being clear on what lines you will not cross, no matter what the cost. It means refusing to participate in injustice, even if silence would be safer. It means holding onto honesty in a world that often rewards deception, and treating others with dignity even when cruelty would bring faster results. This kind of resolve is especially vital in leadership, activism, or any situation where you are responsible for more than yourself. Others may follow you not because you are popular or powerful, but because you represent something unshakable. People are drawn to those who embody conviction, who speak with the calm strength of someone who will not waver in the face of adversity. It reminds them that it is possible to live with honor even in a world that often tries to strip it away. There is a quiet power in refusing to betray your conscience. Even if you lose temporary opportunities or relationships along the way, you will gain something far greater: self-respect, credibility, and peace of mind. The world may shift around you. Leaders may rise and fall. Fashions and ideologies may change, but your principles, if chosen wisely and upheld with courage, will outlast them all. And in the moments when you stand alone, they will stand with you. Solitude is often misunderstood. Many see it as a weakness, a sign of failure, or something to be feared and avoided. But solitude, when embraced with the right mindset, is not a weakness. It is a profound source of strength and self-mastery. To be alone does not mean to be lonely. It means you have learned to be your own companion, to listen to your own thoughts, and to be guided by your own moral compass without the constant need for affirmation from others. Being alone requires a kind of emotional discipline that few develop. In a world that constantly encourages connection, distraction, and external validation, choosing to stand apart can feel uncomfortable. Yet those who are willing to face solitude often discover a deeper sense of clarity and purpose. When the noise fades and the distractions fall away, you are left with only your thoughts, your values, and your inner truth. It is in this quiet space that real growth happens. You begin to understand what you truly believe, not because others told you, but because you've sat with it long enough to make it your own. Solitude builds resilience. When you learn to be at peace in your own company, you become harder to break. You no longer fear rejection or abandonment, because your sense of worth is no longer dependent on someone else's presence. You are not desperate to fit in, because you have found wholeness in who you are. This kind of inner stability becomes a powerful shield in difficult times. It allows you to stay grounded when others are shaken. It helps you remain focused on your goals when distractions or discouragement arise. Furthermore, solitude fosters independence. It teaches you to solve problems on your own, to make decisions without excessive reliance on others, and to develop the confidence to lead when necessary. In moments of crisis, the ability to function independently becomes a critical asset. Those who cannot bear to be alone often panic when support disappears, but those who have trained themselves to thrive in solitude carry a quiet, self-sufficient power that no one can take away from them. This doesn't mean you reject others or isolate yourself out of pride. It means you understand that your strength is not derived from the crowd. Relationships are important, yes, but they should be chosen, not clung to. When you're strong alone, you're not afraid to walk away from what is toxic, false, or harmful. You can offer love without neediness, loyalty without blindness, and leadership without ego. To embrace solitude is to declare that your spirit cannot be broken by silence, your value cannot be diminished by absence, and your journey will not be abandoned just because it is walked alone. Those who master solitude carry with them a kind of freedom that few ever know, a freedom to act with integrity, to think clearly, and to live truthfully, no matter who is watching or walking beside them. Purpose is the silent force that gives meaning to struggle and direction to our lives. It is what drives you to keep going when the road is difficult, when you feel tired, or when you're walking it alone. A person without purpose can be easily swayed, discouraged, or distracted. But a person with a clear sense of purpose walks with a steadiness that no hardship can destroy. That purpose becomes a light in the darkest moments, a reminder that every step, no matter how painful, is part of something greater. When you have purpose, your actions are no longer random or reactive. They are intentional. You are not just surviving, you are moving forward towards something that matters. This deep-rooted sense of direction helps you make decisions that align with your values. It keeps you grounded when things go wrong and humble when they go right. It gives you the courage to say no to what does not serve your mission, and to say yes to what may be difficult, but necessary. Purpose also fuels perseverance. When others give up, you endure, not because the journey is easy, but because you know what you're walking toward. Challenges may slow you down, but they cannot turn you back. The fire within you burns brighter than the obstacles ahead. With purpose, even loneliness becomes bearable, because you understand that your isolation is not in vain. It is part of the price of a meaningful path. You are not just drifting, you are driven by something larger than yourself. Importantly, purpose does not need to be grand or recognized by the world. It only needs to be real to you. It could be the pursuit of justice, the defense of truth, the commitment to personal integrity, or the simple but powerful desire to live a life of honesty and contribution. Whatever it is, it must be yours, something you believe in so deeply that it becomes a compass in confusion and a source of strength in suffering. In the end, when all else is stripped away, when applause fades, when support disappears, when the way is unclear, your purpose remains. It stands beside you like a quiet companion, reminding you that your journey has meaning, even if others do not yet understand it. It tells you to keep walking, to keep standing, to keep believing, and so, as you prepare to face whatever lies ahead, do not seek comfort first. Do not wait for permission or praise. Instead, root yourself in your purpose. Let it guide your steps, fuel your spirit, and shape your destiny. Because in this life, there may be moments when you must stand alone. But if you stand with purpose, clear, unwavering, and true, you will never be truly lost. You will never be truly defeated. And in the silence of solitude, You will hear the quiet voice of your own strength telling you, "This path is yours." Walk it with courage.